To set up a wide format press, first we'll go to Settings, and then under Dockets, we'll go to Press. On the press table, we'll select New, and from here we'll set up our new configuration. So under Name, we'll enter in the name of the press. The group is just for organization and is customizable, so in this instance we'll just pick large format. The format is important. We want to make sure we pick wide format so that we get our wide format set up properly. Our stock feed type is going to stay as whatever the stock is. The wide format always does everything in square feet, so it doesn't really matter what the paper does. The wide format type, we need to distinguish, is it board, roll, or both? In this instance, we'll click roll. The run cost per hour is going to be calculated on run time and setup time. This is probably going to be your burden rate. It could be just employee's wage. It could be employee's wage plus overhead plus lease plus benefits or whatever it is. Normally the burden rate. In this instance, we're just going to put $20. For first side setup, we're going to put in 10 minutes. And if your machine can run a second side, we'll do a setup of, say, 5 minutes. So registration leader and trailer is the waste of feeding the paper in and having the paper feed out. So how many inches do you waste going in and how many out? So in this instance, we'll say we waste 12 on the way in and 12 on the way out. You're going to want this set up properly in order to allocate your stock properly. The print safe margin, top, bottom, left, and right is for the imposition calculator, so just determining how much space it has and how many images it can fit across. The min max roller size is just informational now, but will eventually help for best press selection. I don't have a default mode to select yet, but we'll come back to it. You can enter in notes about the press. These are just informational. If you just have little things that you want to remember. And if you've already done your GL account allocation, you can just set your GL account here. And then we're going to hit save. Once we hit save, we're going to get more options. So under the production setting, I have roll. If I did both, I would have actually roll and board settings for both. It's the same setup. It just obviously can be a little bit different depending on board or roll. So we have cost and price per mil. So I'd say probably about 10% of users use this currently. It's a way that you can actually track for ink on top of just your regular square foot price. So whether you want to do it for cost or price, obviously we have the hourly rate for cost, and then that's it. For pricing, we can do a price per mil as well as just an overall square foot cost. So in this instance, let's just say it's 50 cents per mil cost and $1 per mil pricing. For widths, I'm just going to enter in one. You don't really need multiple ones unless your press runs at a different square feet per hour for each width. So in this instance, we're just going to say 48 is my normal. If I did need to do multiple, I would just keep hitting save and add new until I was done. So now I have my widths. And then we need to set up our modes. So some people have modes like production and high quality. Some people have 4-pass, 8-pass, 10-pass, outdoor, indoor, whatever kind of mode you normally print in. So if we set this up, we'll say first new mode, we're going to call it production. It's our default mode. It's what we normally price in. How many mils per square foot? So again, if you are going to price or cost for inks, you want to say how many mils per square foot. So we're just going to keep it simple and say, we'll keep it, 3/4 of a mil, 0.75. And then under the width, we want to enter how many square feet per hour. So we're going to say this press can do 675 square feet. So if we want to set up a second mode, I'm going to hit save and add new. And we're going to do high quality. It's not my default because I already did my default. We're going to say it uses more ink, so it uses 1 mil per square foot. And it can only do 600 square feet per hour. So I have my modes. Whenever I create a job, it's going to default to production, and I can change it to high quality if I want. It's going to price 3/4 of a mil per square foot at 50 cents per mil and at a dollar per mil. And it's also going to calculate my time based on the 675 or the 600 square feet. If I want to hit a minimum price, regardless of my square feet or whatever, or my ink, I'm just going to say, minimum price is $10. So if I only come out to 8, I'm still going to get my $10. You can choose to do hourly rates. Most people don't. Most people do a square foot price, but you do have the option here. So under unit selection for hourly rate, you can choose whether you want to scale by amount of press sheets, which in this case is actually square feet, or in terms of hours. And then you can choose if you want to step or slide. So do you automatically jump up to the next scale if you do have multiple prices per hour, or do you want to slope it if you choose averaged? Now, most people do the square foot price. So again, you can step and you can jump from 25 square feet to 50 square feet, which automatically gets you that 10 cents per square foot price drop. Or again, you can slope it so that the client doesn't automatically get sometimes a lower price for more square feet in total than they did for less square feet. So we're going to go with averaged. We'll make up a scale here and we'll say up to 10 square feet, I charge $5 per square foot. We're going to say up to 25 square feet, I charge $4.50. Up to 50, I charge $3. And then we'll go something easy. So up to 5,000, I do $2.50. So now, based on the amount of square feet I have, based on my flat size, up to 10, I'll charge $5. We'll actually slope it. So once I get to 15, it's probably going to fall somewhere between $5 and $4.50. And likewise, all the way up the scale. If you want to charge a different price for the second side, whether it's more or less, you can do a duplex modifier. So you can say, you can match up your scales, or you can just say overall. So, square feet up to 5,000, I charge 50% of the price. So what that will do is when you're pricing it, and let's say it's a 10 square foot job, the front side is going to be $5 per square foot per 10 square feet, and the back is going to be $2.50 per square foot for 10 square feet. You also have the ability to add department items. So whether you want to add in different types of rips or installations, just things that will default onto the order every time this press is selected, you can enter them here. And then same thing for sticky notes. If there's anything that you need to remember, whether it's about graphic layout or the way that a press runs in a certain mode, you can add sticky notes. And again, if they are sticky, anytime that you create a new order, these notes will follow it through.